name's Allie Small. I am the owner and executive artisan of Carolina Beach Chairs and Bed Swings. Okay, I'm the only artisan at Carolina Beach Chairs and Bed Swings. Okay, I'm not really an artisan, I just make stuff out of wood and sell it. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how we construct our latest product, which is called a quilt ladder.
What is a quilt ladder, you might ask? Well, a quilt ladder is a home decor item that you lean up against the wall in your house that creates a great venue to display your quilts. Kind of cool.
Required materials for this project are going to be 4 8-foot 2x4s, some deck screws 3 inches long, some brad nails, and an air compressor.
Our first step is to make our 2x4s uniform in width, as 2x4s are not actually 2x4. They're 1.5 by something. We do this on a table saw by shaving off the edge of one side, turn it over, remeasure, and rip off the other edge so that 2 of your boards are now 3 inches in width and the other 2 boards are 2.5 inches in width. Our next step is to cut our boards to length. Square off the edge of one of your boards, then measuring from the square end, make your 3-inch wide boards 7 feet in length. Once those 2 boards are complete, take your 2.5-inch wide boards, square them, and cut 5 pieces measuring exactly 20 inches each in length.
Our next step is to take all of our boards to the router table so that we can round off the edges.
This process effectively takes a hard-edged rectangular board like this and makes it oval in nature. It's much nicer, but it still has to be sanded. Now, most of the required sanding will be done later, but I like to take a piece of fine-grained sandpaper and knock off all the edges prior to assembly, because once it's put together, those rough edges are hard to sand.
Now, when we attach our 20-inch rungs to our 7 feet ladder handles, posts, whatever you want to call them, we don't want there to be any visible screws. So to stop that from happening, we use what is called a countersink bit.
So, lay out your posts side by side and measure in increments of 13 inches on each post. That's going to be the distance between our 5 rungs. Be sure to be exact in this process. Next, we're going to take your drill and your countersink bit and countersink the holes for your rung screws. Once this process is complete, we are ready for assembly.
Now, we are ready for assembly. To do this process, first we're going to take a little bit of wood glue, spread it out here, and take a little paintbrush and thinly apply some wood glue to the end of your board. Wood glue is very strong. It's not required, you don't have it, but if you got it, use it. Take your first rung, a 3-inch deck screw, and your trusted driver. You're going to line them up. Let's put this one first. Easier to operate. Take your level. Put it here. Oh, it's perfect. Wood glue. Just a thin layer of that. The hardest part about carpentering or designing, whatever you want to call it, is keeping up with your stuff. Take your level, make sure you're good all the way around, on every rung. Repeat that process 4 more times, and guess what? Now, as moisture and temperature increase and decrease, this wood will shrink and expand. We don't want those rungs twisted, and we only got 1 screw in each side, so we complete the process with brad nails. Each leg, boom, boom, just like that.
Now to plug those countersink holes, we use a pre-cut 8mm dowel rod and wood glue. Simply dip it, shove it in the hole, and cut it off with your trusty handsaw. When that process is complete, tap it in with your trusty hammer, and when it's all over, you won't even see it.
There are only 2 steps remaining. Number 1, sand it. I like to take a coarse belt sander, and I like to plug it in. Then hit it with a fine grade sandpaper. One step left. Stain. I like to use a stain and polyurethane 1 coat kind of thing, but we're going to use more than 1 coat, of course. You want to put it on very thinly. Take a paintbrush and just apply it. Once your stain dries, your Carolina quilt ladder is complete. At our house, the porch is an extension of our home. We keep our Carolina quilt ladder on the porch, adorned with favorite quilts for those cool evenings when we like to snuggle up on our Carolina swing bed. To see these and other products available from Carolina Beach Chairs and Bed Swings, please visit our website at www.carolinabeachchair.net.